Hi, I'm Matt and this is my channel Sawdust Passion. Today I'm going to make this tap dancing board. Before I get started, I'm hoping you can help. I'm looking to reach 100 subscribers. When I do, there'll be a giveaway, so please subscribe. On to the build. I already have a piece of wood that's 4 foot by 8 foot, so to start off I'm going to round the corners. I'm going to create a jig and use a router to do the rounded corners. I'm going to cut an MDF template, then I'm going to use a straight bit in the router and run round it using the guide bushing. So because the distance between the bushing and the edge of the router, I'm not quite getting the curve right. I've added these thin strips of wood between the edges and the template. I thought I got this nailed, but when I went to do the second corner, things didn't quite go to plan. To fix this issue, I'm going to switch to a router bit with a guide bearing. So instead of the template being on top, I'm going to put it underneath. I've adjusted the curve to make it bigger, and I've also removed the spacers from the template. Feel free to let me know in the comments below if you can think of a better way of doing this. Now I've got the corner sorted, I'm going to move on to the handles. I'm going to use a similar process, an MDF jig that the router bearing can ride along while it cuts the wood. To get started with the jig, I'm going to cut out both ends with a Forstner bit. Now that's done, I can join the two circles with the bandsaw. I've double drilled one side so I have plenty of room for the blade. Those keen eye among you may have noticed that I may have bodged a little bit, but I think it's okay, I can sand it out. I've attached an edge to the handle template. This holds the entry cut that I made on the bandsaw closed and ensures that the handle is the right distance from the edge of the workpiece. Before I can use this jig, I need to drill through the board and allow the router bit through. Now I can just keep making increasingly bigger circles until I've routed out the entire handle. Now I'm going to add some colour. I've masked off a strip and I'm going to paint this in this gorgeous purple colour. Whilst that dries, I'm going to cut some vinyl and add that over the strip. I've added transfer tape over the vinyl. I'm now going to slowly transfer the vinyl onto the wood, pulling away the transfer tape, and hopefully it will stick down. I do the same with the name. I have a yoga mat that I'm using for the base. This will stop the board moving and protect the floor. I'm using spray mount to attach it. Now the glue has had time to cure, I'm now going to use a craft knife to trim the edge. Some of the edge isn't quite stuck down, so I'm going to add some more spray adhesive. Now I'm going to add a good coat of varnish. I'm really happy with how this has turned out. There's a few things that I'll probably do a little bit differently if I was going to do it again. The first would be the handle. The jig I made wasn't quite refined enough, so I had to do a little bit of sanding and smoothing out of the handle. The second would be the size. I would probably make it just that little bit smaller. Please subscribe and let's see how quick we can get to the 100 sub giveaway. Until next time, stay safe and follow your passion.